neglected. And all that supplying agency, all that comfort providing agency, all that life giving agency, if had been neglected, then where we are to find something to sustain, to live? There's no life, there's no power, and there's no wisdom, there's no knowledge, and that we have no competency, then what will be our life? Just like some wandering animals which are going along subject to chance winds, and that we have nothing of our own that we can manage for ourselves. We are going downgrade, downgrade, downgrade. My dear, this is the fate which we have created for ourselves, and that if we had adjusted like that first 25 years or 20 years or something like that, that first we are to take care that our life of the soul is perfected, and then every problem is solved. Because if you are to work as a doctor, soul is doctor also. It is having every kind of knowledge, every kind of wisdom, every kind of perfection, every kind of arrangement. There is nothing that if you ask soul, I want this, it will say, okay, have it. Everything is yes. Ask and it shall be given unto you. You are not to go to any doctor, any relative, any friend, any engineer or anybody else in this world for anything, for vegetables, for any other help, any what you need. You want to go to India, okay, ask your soul, it will take you. It will be there, it will manifest over there. It has its power. So soul is competent to do everything and everything. And that life has been given to us by God, that my dear, find that life. You are not to educate yourself. If you are to become a doctor or an engineer, you will have to spend 10 years, 20 years or more than even, and spend so much time. And we have to work hard and work hard till it's not necessary that you will really be qualified and you will avail the qualification. But this attainment of soul is already there, and God is also already there. Kingdom of God is already there. It is only your connection. That you have to develop this connection, and you are having everything. And in childhood it is much better, easier, because child is not very much tied to the worldly impressions. The mind is totally clean. And when it is directed towards God, there is nothing which is to pull it, the soul of the child or attention of the child backside. And that which is going on very, very, very hard, very, very hard with us. Because we are very much bound under the binding agencies of the mind, which are working from the negative power or evil. But child is safe from these things. And that only what is connected to him to go above, that is working, other things are not working. That is easy process. And that is also you would have seen that if any training or education is to be given to anybody, it should start from the childhood. When you are training the children in any direction, in any profession, they will be very much perfected and very easily and very quickly. If you feel like changing profession or training some person in some another trade after the age of 25 years or 30 years, then it is not possible. Rather, not impossible, but rather very hard at least. Because all what we have already put in that pot will have to be taken out, and it has to be filled with new stuff, and that will be very hard. That stuff which already has been put into the pot has taken its seat very strong, very hard. And if you want to pull it out, it will not come out. It had taken its hold. If you have someone who is occupying your house as a tenant, if you want to drive him out, it is not possible easily. He will say no. And sometimes he will say, I am the owner, you are not the owner, you are nothing. And I am not to vacate this house, I will keep this house. Because I am long time living in this house, long time. I cannot vacate, I am firmly fitted into it. And you have no power to drive me out. I am more powerful than you. And then you are helpless. This is also the case with us, that all this negative power and mind, and which had taken possession of our heart, is no more living with us. And we are not to adjust ourselves to God, our kingdom of God. They will keep ourselves controlled. And it is sometimes you find it is impossible to rise up and to attain our kingdom of God and to become one with God, or to only shine as soul. It becomes impossible for you due to the reason that we have not started our education at proper time. So these things we have to take care that what is our aim of life and where is our life, and that is this life which we are going around now is satisfactory? Is it okay? Is it worth living? Each moment tells you that something is wrong, something difficulty, something problem. Everywhere, at every moment there is some difficulty, there is some problem. It means that you are not in your own waters. You are not in your own self, where you can be in perfection, in your own peace, and there is nothing disturbance, nothing is there wrong anywhere, and you are enjoying your life just without any provisions, without any hard work, without any arrangements. Everything is flowing from above into you, and you are only to enjoy whatever you like. And that has been given to the man by God, and masters had been sent by God from the very beginning, and he had been using those bodies of the masters as he spake to the mouth of his holy prophets, who have been since the world began. That, my dear child, my dear man, human being, don't suffer. I have made the arrangement. Avail those arrangements and enjoy. This is the arrangement of God. We cannot blame God that why He had sent us in this world or in this human body, and that we are suffering due to this. He will say, my dear, this body has been given to you, and you will have been sent in this world as God, that you are to enjoy as God, and then you are also to help all these other species of life, as you have got this competency to help them, and if they have got no arrangement with them to help themselves, they are helpless. I have sent you as their hope. You are hope for them, and they are to come to you, and you are to take mercy upon them, and that you are to use your competency which I have given to you, the perfection which I have given to you, as I am able to create all wonderful situations in my own kingdom. This kingdom of evil has been given to you, that it may no more be a kingdom of evil. It is your kingdom. And what is your kingdom? It will be my kingdom. Because you will be connected to my will, and you will be doing my will. So my powers are there. I am there where you are. So there is no differentiation between you and me, and there is no differentiation also in the powers and competencies, that what you will be able to go along, and all that peace, all that satisfaction, all glory, all beauty, knowledge, light, life, and that perfect peace of perfection which I am enjoying, that you will also enjoy and you will share with others. This is my idea. This is my basic principle for creating the human being in this world. And you have to understand it, and you have to work upon it, and the consequences work, the results will automatically be there. That if you close the eyes, naturally you will find darkness. And that if you open your eyes, naturally if there is light, you will find a light, and you will be benefited by that light. So if you are not living the life of the soul, and God and kingdom of God, then you will lose not only that great, wonderful life and enjoyment and peace and all that blessings of perfection, but you will have to suffer in that state in which you are connected to, which is only source of suffering, problems, worries, diseases and death. And there is no moment in which we will be able to feel peaceful. And as your life will go on further and further, you will feel more and more down, more and more in problems, more and more in sufferings, till you are really immersed in this ocean of sufferings, just to suffer forever, never more to come up. However, I would still try again. I still have mercy for you. I still at some time will arrange that all this trick which has been successfully working upon you from the negative power is now that it can be little eliminated or shifted, and I can again catch you up, again hold you up, and will show you the way of myself, of your own self. And that will only be possible in human body. That again at some time I will be able to give the life of human being, and then you will be able to come to me and will end your suffering. So this is a place where we have to decide that if we are to be merciful to ourselves, or have sympathy with ourselves, or we love ourselves, then we are to work in that way in which we are to not suffer, but we are to enjoy. Then we can only say that I am merciful to somebody if I have been given, I have given some peace or satisfaction or some goodness, and lead that person from some suffering. Then I can be called that I am the friend of somebody, I am father or some brother or sister or somebody. Otherwise, if I am only hurting some people, they will all be calling me their enemy, and they will be really having trouble from me. This is going on in our lifestyle, that we are suffering due to our own misunderstanding, that we have not accepted the commandments of the Master and the way of life which is given by God, by Master, handed over to us by Master and given by God, and that we are suffering, creating for ourselves, and also giving the same kind of way to our dear ones to whom we love. And that is this way that we are loving to ourselves or sympathetic to ourselves, and also we have love or sympathy for any of our family member or relative or friend, if we are only causing suffering for ourselves and also for anybody else. That is really very, very hard, and should never be. It cannot, if you have little sense, little feeling what is good or what is bad, then we will at once say it is not my work, it is not my life. I am to be helpful to myself and helpful to everybody, at least to those who are related to me, and I have some loving relation and I am responsible for them. All are to be helped. But we have got no understanding, no feeling. We have no sense really. And we are driven by someone who has hypnotized us and taken away our consciousness, and he has put his own things in us, and he is driving us. As we drive sometimes the cattle, but still the cattle have their own sense. If we drive the cattle into some well, they will not jump into the well, because they still feel that this well, that my owner is pushing me into the well. I am not going into the well. But we will jump into the well, because we have not any sense that this well, I will be suffering in it, I will be caught in it, and it will be very hard for me, because this understanding has been taken away from us. What is good, what is bad, what is useful, and what is harmful, that has been taken away from us. Don't you want to come out of this? Should I not tell you that from this very, very treacherous game of native power, that you have to come out of it, and somebody offers you something which is really for you, he is for you, and everything will be changed, and you have to turn to him, and he is already extending his heart. Okay, my dear, my warm heart is warmly welcoming you, and my heart is my heart, so soft, so loving, so full of all peace, all that as I feel myself to be in my peace, I will give the same peace to you. And I also, as do not suffer ever, and you will also not suffer ever. Anything lower from my heart I will not give you, because you are also my heart. I have made you. All other things which were not able to accommodate my heart, I have driven away from you. All your physical body, astral body, causal body, or other things which were not befitting in my heart, those have already been taken away from you, because these were not latent to you, not connected to you. You were totally separate from them. Your existence was totally no connection at all, no relation at all, totally foreign. And that you had been driven away, and that is a blessing for you. That biggest blessing is there, that you get rid of all these very, 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 very hard enemies. And that you have come to me, and I now have your friend. Friend, your own self, as friendly as you love your own self. That friend who is there, your own self, and will love you as he loves his own self, even more than he loves his own self. He will love you because you are his own self and also his friend. These are two relations, his own self and also his best friend. He himself is only his own self. He is not his friend. So this is a better privilege which we are to enjoy in this relation which has been given to you by God, and have been offered to you, handed over to you by the Master. And work upon it, work upon it. Don't face the difficulties or problems. Don't attend to it. If the mother finds the child, she goes on working on the child 15 years, 20 years. May it be very hard, may it be very difficult. She is very poor, she has very little with her to supply to the child and to maintain herself. But still, any ways and means, she will not eat herself, she will not wear herself, she will not avail anything for herself. But first she will give to the child. And if she lives, she eats something, she wears something only for the purpose that I may not die. And if I die, who will take care of the child? She is not living that I am to live for myself. She only feels like I live for my child, and I have to maintain my body, my life, only for the sake of a child. and that child is to enjoy, and then I may die. Then I may be no more. This is what is our understanding should be there. That we are living as bodies, but only for our soul. If we have not been able to nourish our soul and make it fitted in God, then we have done something like a